Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Creating the Crafty Life's Weekly Wisdom, or Creative Weekly Wisdom. This week I'm going to tell you guys about one of my favorite tools that I use for cutting score tape. Now, score tape or like sticky tape and stuff like that, a lot of times you can just put down and you can rip. But if you're like me, sometimes I like the edges to be really nice and smooth. Now, one of the traditional ways is using a ruler, or actually even washi tape. So either washi tape or the score tape. And I like having really nice and smooth edges. So one of the things that you can do is, obviously you can cut it with some detail scissors, but I find especially when I'm doing my bindings, it gets a little bit tedious to cut those edges. I know a lot of ladies, they use the edge of a ruler, and that's great too, but for me, it's kind of big and it gets a little bit cumbersome when I'm trying to lay it down and cut it. The little gift cards, or this one happens to be Bella Boulevard Illustrated Faith, and they sell these in, I think it's a 3 or 4 pack, and they're really cute, and they're just like, they're like a gift card. But my favorite thing that I use is my little silhouette squeegee, and I just really love it. So one of the things that I do with my score tape when I am doing a bunch of bindings is I actually put it on my wrist, and then I put it down, and I use my little squeegee. And one of the things I've noticed about score tape is when I put it down, I can slide it across and burnish it down, because sometimes when I'm putting it down, see how it doesn't go all the way down when you're ripping it? Well, see how it's kind of wonky right there? Well, I can also use this to burnish. So using your ruler, you can do the same thing, but I just feel like it's, you know, especially if you have a smaller binding, the gift cards are great too, but I love the curve on this. Now, any of the little scrapers, I know that there are other scrapers out there, such as the Cricut one as well, and I have one around here someplace. This is the one that I actually prefer. It came in the kit with my silhouette, so I don't know if you can necessarily buy this separately, but if you have it in your stash, it's a really great piece of equipment to use. It also works really well with your washi tape, and now I've gotten a roll that's probably not going to unroll very nicely for me, but when I've got my washi, it gives me that nice clean edge that I'm looking for, as if I was using scissors. Now, I love using this on my planner as I'm putting down my washi in my columns, because it's straight. I can burnish it down, I can rip it at any angle that I want to, and this tool, I was going through a bunch of stuff and I was putting it down, and I started by wanting to kind of smooth down my score tape because I had put it down on a binding and it was kind of lumpy and bumpy. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna, like, you know, burnish it down. And I looked at the edge and I was like, this is basically the same as one of the little gift card ones, or even my ruler. So if you're looking for another suggestion of different ways to cut your score tape or your washi, that's all stuck together. If you have one of the little squeegees from either the Silhouette and or Cricut, it is a great little tool for helping you cut your score tape. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Creative Weekly Wisdom, and you join us next week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.